Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Hashtag No Stupid Questions. No Stupid Questions is a series where we answer some of cricket's most common questions for fans of the sport, new and old. On this episode, we explore why batters leave the ball, who manages the laws of the game, and for batters, what taking guard means. So let's get started. Question 1. Why do batters leave the ball? Now, the object of the game of cricket is for one team to score more runs than the other. Whether the game is played over 5 days, 50 overs, 20 overs, or even 100 balls, this premise stays the same. Therefore, it makes logical sense to think that every ball that is not at least swung at is a missed opportunity at scoring more runs. So why is it then that sometimes batters just leave the ball? Well, a lot of it can be attributed to the bowler and the fielding side overall. We have to remember that cricket is a contest between bat and ball. As much as batters are good at scoring runs, bowlers are just as good at stopping them and even taking their wicket. There are instances where the ball bowled is simply too good to hit, and instead of increasing the chances of getting out, a batter would rather leave the ball, acknowledge it was a good delivery, and continue to fight on. This leaving of the ball is also a weapon for batters too. Imagine if it's day one of a test match, it's 38 degrees Celsius, and you, the fast bowler, with a shiny new ball coming off a long run-up, have only a limited number of overs to get a wicket before the ball goes soft. Every delivery counts. You run into bowl, and because the delivery doesn't threaten the stumps, the batter leaves it. And the next one. And the next one. How frustrating is it when you put all of your effort into bowling a ball as fast as possible, and the batter just lets it go and turns away? You might get angry and yell something at him, but the batter does nothing. You then go for an effort ball, but over pitch, and the batter smacks you for 4, holding the pose for the TV cameras before turning away. This is a common scenario that is played out in Test cricket and shows the power of leaving the ball. In the modern era, although not an opening batter, Cheteshwar Pujara is the master of this. He has made a career out of leaving non-threatening balls alone and punishing the bad ones. In doing so, he has often forced bowlers to bowl long spells and for the fielding side to change their strategy, taking the initiative away from them in the process. For the opposition, it's demoralising, and although we see less and less of it with more limited overs cricket being played, this strategy has not lost any of its power. Question 2. Why do batters take guard? When a batter first comes to the crease, or is facing a new bowler, one of the first things you will see them do is take guard, and talking with the umpire to help them. Taking guard is when a batter marks somewhere near the crease to tell them where to stand while batting. Usually you will see batters scrape their shoes to make a mark, or even use a bail to hammer in a reference point. At a basic level, when batters stand on this reference point, they are in a spot that gives them a good idea of where their wickets are, without having to physically look at them. So when a ball is bowled, a batsman will know roughly which balls can be left alone and which ones can't. The most common guards are middle, midland leg and leg, but they are not the only ones. What guard that a batter chooses to use will depend largely on their own batting style, their strengths and their weaknesses. A batter might change their guard partway through their career, for instance when they continually get out from the same type of delivery, or often even during a game when they face a different bowler. Changing guard helps batters to focus their run scoring in different areas of a field and exploit gaps in the opponent's fielding positions. Lastly, it's important to point out that a guard is a reference point only. Each batter is different and there's no one right way of batting. The main thing that matters is that a batter's head is level and still when you receive the ball. Question 3. Who manages the laws of the game? The first answer that will probably pop in your head is the International Cricket Council, because they are responsible for the game internationally. But that answer would be wrong. Well, partly wrong. While the ICC manages international cricket, the laws of the game are managed by a much older entity, the Marylebone Cricket Club, or MCC. That's the cricket club that plays out at Lord's Cricket Ground in London. You know, the home of cricket, and those weird blazers. Up until 1989, the MCC played a central role in managing the game around the world. One of the key roles they did not give up is the responsibility for maintaining the laws of cricket. That is the basic framework of laws that dictate how cricket is played, some of which you were perhaps taught when you first learnt the game. Everything from how long a cricket pitch should be, to the different ways to get out, even what type of material that is allowed on the webbing of a wicketkeeper's glove. Now a caveat to that is that any changes that the MCC makes to the laws are in heavy consultation with the ICC. Additionally, the ICC have their own set of rules and regulations that are for international cricket. These rules and regulations borrow heavily from the MCC's laws, but go into further detail on other aspects of the game. things like match fixing, sanctions for bad pitch conditions, and protocols for player concussions. If you're interested to know more, I'll give a link to both the MCC and ICC websites in the description. That brings us to the end of this episode of #NoStupidQuestions. Thanks for watching. For all the batters out there, I'd like to know if you have a favourite guard, and why. If you have any questions that you would like answered yourselves, please leave a comment below. And also, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. I really appreciate the support. On that note, take care, and I'll see you soon.